Hello, and welcome to the third episode of Striktly Productions Magic the Gathering podcast. I am Ev. I'm also here with Will.
Hello.
Dan.
How's it doing?
And David, who's not going to dox anyone this week.
I told you, you doxed the first episode, and then I just decided to go ham with it on the second episode.
Yeah, we actually got redacted.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it.
I forced editing, just like we can force the Congress to...
Okay, not getting political.
Knock it off, you.
I got no sleep.
If it's any...
I haven't gotten sleep. Are you kidding me?
If it's any consolation.
No, it's not.
No idea what I was going to say after Congress.
Okay. I was really worried this was going to devolve, and it would just all three of us turn to a certain person here who I'm not going
to... We all just start bashing at the... Redacted.
Say it anyway. Yeah.
Keep going.
All right. Either way. So this week we're going to be talking about our favorite Oathbreakers that we're playing right now, or have built in the past, in the case that some people have torn apart decks to build Grixis man bases.
Yeah, who said that?
Yeah, it was the ghost.
To start this week, we're going to start with Will.
Oh, okay.
I don't think, Will, you've started first yet, so we're going to let you start first.
Okay.
You get this one.
Yo, thank God. Anyway, hi. The Oathbreaker that I'm going to talk about first is... Yeah, let's talk about this one. Arlen Cord and the signature spell Moon Mist. Arlen Cord is a 2 red-green for a 3 loyalty planeswalker with +1 until end of turn. Up to one target creature gets +2/+2 and gains vigilance and haste. Or you can 0 it and put a 2/2 green wolf into play and transform Arlen into Arlen Embraced by the Moon, who is a planeswalker Arlen. She has a +1 creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. -1 Arlen deals 3 damage to target creature or player. I think that changed to any target now.
It has.
Yeah, and you can transform Arlen back into Arlen Cord. And the -6 is you get an emblem with creatures you control have haste, and tap creatures deal damage equal to their power to target creature or player. So I think, again, any target. Yeah. And then Moon Mist is 1 green for an instant, transform all humans, and then prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures other than wolves and werewolves. This is one of the first... This isn't the first one that I built, but when I first heard about Oathbreaker, this was a concept that I thought of a lot because I liked Oathbreakers. I liked werewolves in Commander, but they're not good in Commander. They're kind of not great because you have to.
Well, aggro's just not great in Commander. It's like
no, it's not that. It's that you really want your werewolves to flip, and they don't do that often.
Yeah.
In a
format with 100
rife with
cards
spells.
in the deck.
Yeah.
And 40 life per person.
Yeah.
Werewolves just don't get there as well as a Nahiri that's really suited up.
But you mean Akiri?
Yeah, there we go. Boros Core does things.
Like
anyway,
Honestly, I think Arlen Cord's like the deck that everyone first goes to, like when they think, oh, Oathbreaker, that's the deck where werewolves are good because werewolves gotta have a good commander because it isn't the one that's like, oh yeah, you're finally getting your werewolf commander, and it's like absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's not like I play Ulrich in this deck, Olin with the Kralin Horde. Yeah, it is.
Ulrich is a good card. It's just the fact that
it's just not
compare him to Xenagos, which is the better commander.
Yeah, but this deck is cool. It's werewolves. A lot of the key. I'll pull out like 3 or 4 cards from this deck that I think are like the key members of this deck. One of them is Huntmaster of the Fells. It's 2 red-green for a werewolf. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2, and you make a 2/2 wolf, and it's a 2/2. And when it transforms, it turns into Ravager of the Fells, which is a 4/4 with trample. And when it transforms, you get to deal 2 to target opponent and 2 to target creature that player controls. This card's really cool, and it's probably the best werewolf they've ever printed. I think it is, personally. I think it's a really good werewolf. It does a lot of stuff on both sides, and yeah, like you're never unhappy with transforming this card.
No,
either.
It was a top end for Jund, so that just proves exactly how good it is.
Yeah, it's
another card that like I played in my werewolf deck that I might get glares at for. I used to play Winter Orb in it because then it makes your werewolf slip over so easily. Like if they can't tap their lands to cast spells, the werewolves flip for free, and then they stay flip with stuff like Emberwolf, which that card needs to get replaced one of these days with the new artwork. But
I actually don't own an Emberwolf. I should get one of those. But I pulled out a few cards here that I'll talk about real fast. I'm gonna try and go quick because they're flip cards, and that's really annoying. But Cruin Outlaw is 1 red for a 2/2 with first strike, and when it transforms, it turns into a 3/3 with double strike, and it gives other werewolves you control menace. This card is really, really good in this deck because for some reason they decided that werewolves were just going to be werewolves on both sides, but not humans on both sides, which I kind of like. But this card's great. It gives it has double strike and it gives other werewolves menace. It's very, very good in this deck. Second card I'll talk about is used to be modern favorite in humans. It's Mayor of Abba, Brook. It's 1 and a green for a 1/1 that gives other humans you control +1/+1, and then when it flips, it becomes a 3/3 that gives other werewolves and wolves +1/+1. And at the beginning of your end step, put a 2/2 green wolf token onto the battlefield. This card is just like the bread and butter werewolf. It kind of just does everything that you want it to in this deck because it pumps werewolves on either side. I think you really want to transform it though to get the wolf bonus. Which, like, it happens not unoften. It'll happen enough to where it matters, and
yeah, we have
that's always fun.
You have Moon Mist in the command zone. Like,
exactly.
As soon as Arlen hits the field, like, you curve perfectly. Arlen makes the token to protect herself. Turn 5, you cast Moon Mist, and it's just game over from there, because it's usually about, 25 damage on board?
Something like that, yeah.
Some ridiculous number that all other damage to your werewolves are prevented, so you can swing freely without fear.
Yeah. The third card, yeah, that's true. The third card that I'm going to talk about is Gaia Reach Bandit, which is kind of a newer edition because it's from Shadows over Innistrad. It's 2 and a red for a 3/2 with haste that when it newer. When it transforms into Vilden Pack Alpha, which is a 4/3, and it does the Immerwolf thing, which is... Or no, it doesn't, actually. It's werewolves enter the battlefield under your control, you may transform it. So it doesn't keep them transformed, they automatically come in transformed, which is awesome. This card, when it's flipped, can do a lot of stuff, and I'm very, very happy with this card. Okay. The last card that I'll talk about from this deck is the newest, actually, addition to this deck. It's from M20 called Night Pack Ambusher. It's 2 green for a 4/4 with flash that gives other wolves and werewolves you control +1/+1. And at the beginning of your end step, if you didn't cast any spells, you can make a 2/2 green wolf. This card is hilarious to me because it's really, really good in this deck, and it's the promo I got for it. But it also, it was really weird because there weren't any other werewolves in the set that it came out with, which was funny to me.
You can tell it's one of those things where, wasn't it the set?
That's an Eldraine set, right?
It was M20.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's super recent.
M20 wasn't the one with Nicol Ball. I was about to say, you could tell,
Nope. It was the one with, I forget what was in the set. I think that was the set where...
That was the Chandra set.
Oh, that was the Chandra set, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a fairy?
Yeah, it was...
The one after.
it was just funny. I like this card a lot, too, and it does a lot of work in this deck. Flash does a lot, and it's a cool card. And yeah, the deck's basically just put creatures into play, pump them up, and see what can go wrong.
That's very cool.
And we'll see
Yeah.
And we'll be seeing the deck get a lot better next year with
Oh, yeah, I'm very excited about
Innistrad Werewolves edition.
that. When they announced that, I was very excited, yeah.
Or the Strix with werewolves. Because remember, there's werewolves in the... I don't know how to say it without...
Oh, you could say it. The Harry Potter one.
Oh,
We got
God.
a Strixhaven. Also
I don't think we're
Potter
getting werewolves in that set, but it would be cool if we did. But we're getting werewolves next year
The
anyway.
Harry Potter world.
Do I get the Whomping Willow Tree?
You do already have the Whomping Willow Tree. That's the...
It's the hat that tells you what.
It's the
what
Tree of
house you're
Redemption,
in.
the Tree of Perdition, the thing that turns your life total to 13.
God, you're right.
It whomps you for 7 if you haven't lost any life.
But yeah, that's my first deck. I like this deck a lot. Its win record's not terrible, and I'll keep playing it because it has not given me a reason to take it apart yet.
It's werewolves.
Yeah, it's werewolves. Hell yeah.
All right, Dan, you got an Oathbreaker for us? I almost said Commander.
I mean,
They are commanders.
Also,
Yeah.
yeah, just a spoiler for the next time. We're doing commanders, like our favorite commander deck, so that'll be fun for the next episode.
There ain't no party like a GLO. Party against a GLO. Party don't stop.
He's gonna take it apart before we record.
God,
I'm calling it now.
that's a stretch.
That's 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks to see if this deck makes it.
Yeah, we're also more than likely going to be talking about Commander Legends because that comes out by the next time we're filming, so that'll be fun.
Well, we're gonna talk about a Yara.
Anyway, Dan, you're up.
Yeah.
So, my first Oathbreaker, I actually cheated. I used Saheeli the Gifted, not knowing it was actually banned in Oathbreaker.
Yeah, that was found out.
I'll allow it.
So afterwards,
Thank God.
So afterwards, I swapped it for regular Saheeli Array, and it was decent. But then I swapped it for Saheeli Sublime Artificer from Order Spark.
Ooh, that's such a good one.
Yeah, that was technically my first one I built myself. I did use a couple of the things from the deck, the pre-con deck that it came from, and ended up flipping it around a lot because my original signature spell, since I can make it so cheap with Saeli the Gifted, was Saeli's Directive. And I could just cheat out so many artifacts where I say X equals, I don't know, maybe let's like play 20.
Yeah. Let's see, how many Thopters did I make this game? 30? Okay, cool.
Yeah, the next spell is 30 less a cap. I'll say X 30 and call it even from there.
It's a red Genesis wave. It's so good.
It's only for
very
artifacts.
good.
It's only for artifacts, and on top of that, it also has improvise.
That deck, I forgot about that deck. That
Yeah.
deck was a nightmare to play against.
There's so many good things. Because then you
Yeah.
had the Bureauclad. Yeah, Bureauclad would make all your tokens a copy of any other token. So if you made a token of something, I don't know, the
Blightsteel Colossus?
yeah, Blightsteel, you'd have like, I don't know, 30 swing Blightsteel Colossuses, or you could what's the
You also had Mimic that in the deck. That was the problem.
those Mimic that you could do the Mirror Battle Spear, have a bunch of copies of
Oh,
those.
yeah, you could have a ton of mirror.
What's the other?
Capital.
What was the oh my god, not the Juggernaut, the thing at XX Reach enchantment. No,
Artifact?
Artifact.
It was Darksteel Juggernaut.
Yeah, Darksteel Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Having a bunch of those to say they have to attack, so your opponent has to worry about those was fun.
And they all have power equal to the number of artifacts. So if there's like 20 of them, they're 20, 20, 20.
Yeah, you got 20/20s that have to attack every, fun
Yep.
things. But
Yeah,
then when I swapped
fun
it,
things.
when I swapped it to Sublime
Fun,
Artificer,
fair, balanced magic.
when I swapped it to that, I think I made my signature spell Thoughtcast.
Yes, you did.
And so instead of going for the token strat of just killing my opponent with a red Genesis wave, I went for more spell slinger type esque magic. So I played a couple more counter spells. I did copy a couple like things. I played what's that card? I played Storm the Vault. I played that a lot more. I played
Super good.
that's where I first played the Deadeye Navigator Deadeye Peregrine Drake combo because I'd have enough mana to play it. I definitely played the Bosch. Bosch was definitely a lot more in that one. It was always pretty good. After a while though, I kind of got bored. It was fun and all, but I was just like, artifacts are fun. But let's just play Planeswalkers.
If that isn't foreshadowing, I don't know what is.
Let's just do Planeswalkers and Pirates.
You want to talk about foreshadowing? Everett hates one of the... I'm going to talk about the deck that made Everett freak out during the last podcast.
Oh, that's funny.
Which one could that one be?
I don't know.
That's also hilarious. I, too, am going to be talking about a card that made David freak out at the last podcast.
And David's about to talk about
Snarf,
a deck
snarf.
that makes all of us freak out.
Also,
That's right.
So go right
friend
ahead,
of the
David.
podcast, my cat is here.
My hat.
Hello,
My hat.
cat.
Yeah, this
I
is
don't
Riley.
mind doxing Riley the cat.
He's doing...
Don't you dare harm that cat.
Yeah. I'm sitting next to him. I'll harm his face before he
You
harms
harm
my cat.
that cat, I'll harm your
That's a
car.
demerit.
Oh no, this cat's like super adorable.
Just for the record, Dan's allergic to cats, and I think he likes Riley too. So
Yeah, it's
here
a
we
shame.
Shame.
Shying that one.
David, please tell us your theory crafted deck that's going to torment all of us soon.
Yes. So for my part, for fun, fair, balanced magic, is going to be turning a typically 10-minute format for Oathbreaker into a 50-minute format. I'll be doing Elspeth Knight Errant.
I'm going to dox him now.
It's just an Elspeth. The +1 is put a 1/1 white soldier creature token onto the battlefield. Another +1 is target creature gets +3/+3 and gains flying until end of turn. And then the ult -8, you get an emblem with artifacts, creatures, enchantments, and lands you control of indestructible.
Every
What could be so bad
Every
about
non-land
that?
permanent you control is indestructible.
Yeah. it's
Or no,
like-
every permanent. It's just permanent. It says land on it.
So,
What
What's
could
your
be so
What's your
bad?
signature spell, David?
so he's playing white,
It
and
is-
everything he owns is
it is
indestructible.
2 and 2 white to bring it out, but
No, your signature spell that goes alongside Elspeth.
So,
I think I made it Armageddon.
I hate And his lands are indestructible, so...
It doesn't matter.
And
Yeah.
to
it's-
destroy all lands. But
I think I made it Armageddon.
play
I think Oathbreaker's a dead format.
He can play that, he can play Wrath of Gods, you can just...
Yeah, it's great.
but
Why
the
is it so
main
good?
deck, this is going to be an artifact deck.
Who hurt you?
Society
You
at this
did with your
point.
Nicobolus.
What? I've never played Bowls
And you
before.
did with your Mindslaver. And you did with your stunningly good looks.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate you,
David
David.
was hurling insults at us, and then he's just making alliances on and off the game.
I like how Everett
Don't break
thinks
the treaty.
Everett apparently thinks compliments are making alliances.
They are.
It
They
is.
show where your allegiance lies.
Yeah.
You
know exactly who's
It'll
not
hurt
being
you that
swung at
complimented
first.
you at the same time.
You know, if you want to worry about alliances, I'm just going to say this. Don't break the treaty.
That's another thing.
He got you there.
Yeah.
Listen, if the game's turning into two 1v1 games, someone needs to cross over the line and say, this is a 4v4. This is an all-out brawl game, all right? I'll go out swinging at everyone.
All right, Germany.
Oh, God. All right.
But
You want
cards
to
that I'd
invade
like to
Russia?
play with
While you're
this
at
deck.
you gotta go through me. Belgium is just right there.
Switzerland.
Unlike actual Germany, I play Pramicub where I got to march on one person than the other than the other.
Oh my god.
I play
So
that
what
one.
is your deck that's
Oh.
gonna make us all sad do?
Well, it's an artifact deck.
Oh.
It's going to have some of these cards. Unwinding Clock, Trading Post.
Oh, I love those cards.
These sound like fun
Orb.
cards so
They're
far.
all cards I
Wait,
played in Sahili.
Yeah.
I had heard Turbo Orb.
You did hear Torpor.
I can't even say it right. I have a stroke.
What is that card?
Torpor Orb is creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger.
Ah,
For 2 mana to bring out to the field. It's great. It's wonderful. It's fun, fair, balanced magic because it says all creatures.
That
so
turns
yours
off
can't,
Siege Rhino.
mine can't. It does.
That is not a problem.
And you
with
know what else
Oathbreaker.
turns off
And
Siege
you know
Rhino?
it.
This Winter Orb that's in here also.
I want an Abzan Planeswalker, please. That's all I want.
I have a teamer one. I just want a better one.
What are you talking about? Like that's like the best teamer card you could ever want.
That's a freaking lie.
that's a redacted.
Yeah, that's a redacted lie.
You said freaking. You
I
didn't
know,
say the other
but
one.
you know I was moments away from this canceling us on episode 3.
Cancel.
Yeah.
I would say blue mana over there.
Anyway, David, I
I have a blue
apologize.
pip right here. Is
I
that
was about to say
painful?
something. This is white black.
Listen, that deck I know doesn't play cancel. All right.
It has a free counter spell.
Try me.
That's actually stumped you at least 3 times.
Oh, because he forgets all you have to do is tap the land and say counter.
So, David, am I understanding that your deck just makes our lives
Yeah, I
easier?
heard
Correct.
Torp Orb. What else is in here? Is
I
there
see.
a winter orb?
A Kozilek, the Great Distortion.
You can stop.
Let's see. There is also
Wait. It's a white deck. How do you plan to ramp into this Kozilek of yours?
You have to pay.
Smothering Tith.
Yes.
That makes colored mana.
Tithe doesn't make colorless mana.
Wait, does Kozilek have to be colorless, man?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's 8 and then colorless.
Oh, I can eventually get there.
That's easy. Every deck plays mana rocks that are well, some play that are colorless.
Yeah, but not a lot in Oathbreaker. That's the thing. You can't play Soul Ring in Oathbreaker.
So just play dumber ones like
Yeah.
Talismans can't go in monocolored decks. So, like, I'm actually intrigued by this.
Yeah, actually,
Right.
yeah. You
Well,
need
that's why I
rocks
don't
to,
actually
like-
have it. That's why it's in my phone right now. I'm still editing it.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, so everything's. You're safe for now.
Why'd you just drag Kozilek to the delete button? What the?
But what? Who would do that? Not me.
Who would do that? It's an Ulamog. I talked about
definitely-
Ulamog.
It is colorless. That's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you guys just reminded me. At some point, I got to pick up a Nerf war.
Oh.
Are we all gonna play Nerf War as a signature spell?
No.
It's for our friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry.
We're gonna put a sleeve over it. That's a card name that says Prelude to Destruction.
Yeah.
I'll just put some
Disaster
wastelands in
radius.
there. Call it
Okay.
But yeah, that's how I
Fire
bring
Squad.
fun, fair, balanced magic to the table. By making everything balanced, because everything comes in tapped, or it can untap, or I destroy everything with Armageddon.
I know we're not political, but that really sounds like a government. And just like, I'll make everything balanced so everyone will
He
be
sounds
on
like
equal playing
Thanos.
field.
No, I'm the 1%. Yeah, Thanos, thank you. I'm the 1%.
He didn't win Endgame.
He did win Infinity War though.
However,
Kinda.
where he went wrong, I learned
He
from
died.
his mistakes.
Twice.
All right, well, he destroyed the stones. I'm not going to destroy the stones. Once I get a hold of them, they're mine forever. Fun, fair, balanced magic.
And
Alright.
he's the hero of this podcast. Everett, please go.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna save everyone right now. This is the deck that I built specifically to counter one card.
Don't say save people when you're talking about this deck, but go on.
This deck does truly bring balance. It wipes away the entire board, even my own. It is Narset of the Ancient Way. It is the new Jeskai commander that came out for Oathbreaker back in April.
From Ikoria.
Yeah, from Ikoria. She is a 1 blue, red, white planeswalker for 4 mana. Her +1 is you gain 1 life, and then you add a red, white, or blue mana to mana pool. And spend this mana only cast a non-creature spell. Your +1 are just to gain life. I'll be honest. Her -2 is draw a card, then you may discard a card. When you do, you discard a non-land card this way. Narset of the Ancient Ways deals damage to equal that card's covered mana cost to target creature or planeswalker. really good removal as a -2.
Oh, I have this expropriate I can't play.
And then the -6 is you get an emblem
9.
with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this emblem deals 2 damage to any target.
Real fast before we continue. We don't have people who comment on the show, but if anyone wants to comment and tell me why Narset was on Ikoria at all, I'd be very grateful, because I have no idea.
Well, Narset was there like to just give like a little bit of judgment to Vivian when Vivian screwed up in the story.
Really?
Yeah, Narset's like, yeah, you kind of messed with everything by letting this Luca guy keep doing what he's doing. You gotta go fix it now.
Narset, I liked you. You were one of my first Planeswalker, but thanks, Narset, for being there for all of us.
Now, mind you,
Not really.
Yeah.
my Narset deck, I played a little bit crazier. I played as a toolbox enchantment deck with Idyllic Tutor, which got reprinted in Theros Beyond Death for 2 and a white.
You said that. You were just like, it's going to get a little crazy all of a sudden.
It is crazy. So you look at the Oathbreaker EDH rec page, like, people don't play it like this. I'm like, why aren't you doing this? It's so cool.
You sound like my grandma, if I had one.
Ah, yes. Back in my day, people used enchantments more in Magic the Gathering. Now they just play their Planeswalkers and keep plussing and alting.
Back in your day, I bet people didn't also corrupt the audio by making silly voice. No, I'm kidding.
You just seem just cut to like me, the poor editor, slamming my head into my desk like, why did I do this?
Well, I guess the jig is up. Everett's the editor.
No, there's 2 of us.
There's 2 Everetts?
Yes.
There's Everett J. Broken and Everett B. Drogan.
No, there's Everett and there's Everett Day. The misspelling of my first name. Either way, Idyllic Tutor, you get the search your library for enchantment card.
Wait, you gotta edit that out. I'm so sorry.
Why?
Because I said your
You said
full
your
name.
full name, including your middle initial. Redacted.
Oh, that's on Twitter anyway, so we're
Oh,
fine.
okay.
Wow, you're a heathen. Why do you put your whole government out there in the world?
Government. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my social security number is...
Anyway, here's its credit card information and the 3 numbers on the back.
My mother's
Ah,
maiden
you
name
act like
was-
that credit card is already spent to the max. I'm in college. But that, the podcast, that's redacted.
Redacted.
Redacted. Magic's fun. Anyway.
So
Anyway,
lesbianism.
So this is an Idyllic Tutor toolbox deck. And we kind of have like 4 different types of cards in the deck. You have your win cons, which goes in like Fever Visions as like the not main win con, but it's the one that no one ever notices till it's all done and said.
It's good.
Because then it says at the beginning of each player's end step, that player draws a card. If that player's your opponent has 4 more cards in the hand, it deals 2 damage to him or her. This will deal 40 damage a game, and no one will notice it till it's happened. And for 3 mana, 1 blue and a red, it's too good not to. The next one is because certain people like to play monocolored decks that want to torment all of us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is it me when I play my stacks deck?
It's Sphinx's Tutelage. And Sphinx's Tutelage says whenever you draw a card, target opponent puts the top 2 cards of their library into their graveyard. If they're both non-land cards that share a color, repeat this process. And it's for 2 and a blue. There's something else at the bottom that's for like 6 mana, you draw and discard a card, but no one does that. No one does that. You're in blue and you're playing an Eternal format. You have Op Preordain, the new Preordain that's 2 mana instant speed that Zendikar Rising gave us.
Yeah. You have infinite draw power. Why would I need to sink 6 mana in the draw when I can do 5 different draws in 6 mana?
But yeah, if you target a monocolored deck with this after you draw like 3 cards, it just goes from like a 30 card deck to a 20 card deck to a 10 card deck like nobody's business.
Yeah.
And the next one that I have is a nice little card known as Ruined Halo, which says, as Ruined Halo enters the battlefield, you name Hitotsuko second right. You have protection from
spoil the rest of the
Hitotsuko second
podcast.
right.
I don't care.
I don't care if I'm spoiling it because I said I built this deck to counter 1 card and that was it.
And you know what happened? It didn't work.
It did not work, but
Yeah.
it did let me draw for your Fever Visions for free when
So-
we play 1v1.
So what happens if I just blow this up?
Everett told me.
Well, that's fine.
Everett told me he had a way to stop it. So you want to know what I did before he could play it? I killed him with it.
That's literally what happened.
Yeah, you can't be targeted.
And the final type of card that we have in this deck is like it's the value engine enchantment you tutor for. So we have 2 in here. One is Teferi's Ageless Insight, which is the best blue enchantment in all of Commander and the Oathbreaker.
When you would draw a card, you draw 2 instead.
Yep.
So good.
I like to pair that with Fairy's Tutelage.
Alright, but you're a scumbag that likes mill.
Same.
I
I
almost
also do
got
this.
you with it too.
I also do that.
Meddling
Like,
spells.
You really
I pair that with Sphinx's Tutelage. And
Yeah.
Teferi's Tutelage. So that's nice. But you also pair those with Whirlwind of Thought.
The Narset spell for the Narset.
Yep.
did.
It is 1 in Jeskai. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you draw a card. This deck is literally all non-creature spells minus
Like
The lands.
So
1,
those are like the 5
2,
creatures you might have.
3. Which one of them is the otter that should be unbanned in Commander? Because the otter's great.
Oh, that otter's
Say
Oh,
its
4.
name. Say its name or it doesn't.
Blue tree.
There you go.
5. I play 5 creature. I play 5 creature spells in this deck. Why am I running Dragon Lord Ojutai?
Oh my god. I called
Who's
it.
sober? Who built this deck? I did.
It was me.
Oh, Stafford.
But yeah, this deck is super fun. And you also get to play it like as a Super Friends deck as well because you have the enchantments to protect it.
Yeah.
Because you're running Ghostly Prison, so it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to attack your Ajani Vengeance. I get paid the 2 for that. Which, by the way, Ajani Vengeance is an all-star in this deck too because like you could either Lightning Helix for its -2 or you just start tapping down your opponent's beaters that are going to come and get them. And it's
Yeah.
You can tap in a land and
Awesome.
cry because they can't do anything about it.
Yeah. Like, cool, you're playing Gaia's Cradle. I see you're playing a $600 card that's going to get taken out by my $3 beaten to hell Planeswalker I got a Command Fest last year.
I got on a discount.
But with that, though, I'm going to pass it off to Will.
Wow, your deck's really cool, Everett, but there's one flaw in it. It can still die at 10. Hi, I'm Will. How are you doing today? So I'm going to talk to you today about my deck that's Ral Is It Viceroy and Electro Dominance. I'm not going to read them. You'll see them on screen, but I love this Ral a lot, and I like Electro Dominance a lot.
Wait. You're assuming I'm going to put like stuff on screen. I might do this the easy way. I might just put up our logo and just put nothing else.
You won't do that.
He's not going to do that.
You have to edit it, remember? You gotta put in some redacted.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you guys are funny. It's almost like this Everett. It's the same guy that edits our podcast.
We made this joke earlier in the show.
Other Everett, if you're listening.
Yeah. Everett B.
Everett
Wait, no.
Day.
Yeah. Everett B. Drogan over here.
Editing Rit. Remember this.
Editing
Wait a
Rit.
second. You can't stop. You gotta stop saying Everett B. Drogon because Drogon's the name of the dragon from Game of Thrones, and I'm done associating with Game of Thrones forever.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to talk to you about literally 2 cards out of this deck. Ral Is It Viceroy is very cool, and so is Electro Dominance, but they aren't the main thing about this deck any longer. One of the cards I'm going to talk to you about today is Gamble. There's
What's that?
Gamble's 1 and a red for a sorcery. Search your library for a card and put it in your hand, then discard a card at random, then shuffle your library.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's good. There are better
They were better tutors.
tutors to be playing, but that one's funny, so I play it. I like this card a lot. You can literally find anything. It can also be a red Entomb, which is always fun. Second card I'm going to talk to you about is noted card Hidetsuko Second Right. It's 3 and a red, and it says, take headspace in target Everett's head for way too long. I'm sorry, I was paraphrasing. It's 3 and a red for an instant. If target player has exactly 10 life, Hidetsuko Second Right deals 10 damage to that player.
If a player is at 10,
They die.
deal
If
10.
Everett's at 10, they die.
Yeah, if anyone played Smash Brothers out there and they remember when Hero came out, you spawn at kill percent. That's just kind of how this card works. Yeah, this deck's all about, it's a Spellslinger's deck. It's very fun. Other cards in here that I notably are like cards like Terramander, which I love Terramander to bits. I think that card's amazing. New include too is Sprite Dragon from Ikoria. Sprite Dragon from Ikoria has overperformed in this deck. It's really fun to play. But the main thing I just do is use Electro Dominance, get your opponent to 10, and then they die. And you can do this to 1, but like the deck has many ways of also just killing other opponents. Like it plays Expansion Explosion, it plays Bone Crusher Giant, it plays the Royal Scions.
It also plays. Where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? The enchantment.
Oh, Fever Visions?
Yeah,
Fever Visions. Yes, it does play Fever Visions. Fever Visions is a very good card. I recommend playing it. But yeah, this deck is the reason that Everett can't sleep at night. So I'll never forget the day that I was just like, yeah, I'm going to put this in my Oathbreaker deck, and it was Hidetsuko Second Right. I have killed enough people with this card to where I considered making it the signature spell. The only problem was I can't do that because then I just have a Planeswalker where everyone else has a signature spell, and I have a signature spell that works not enough.
We can soon play Rakdos Walkers as
And we get 2 signature spells.
and you can play Sword Markov.
Yeah,
Good luck ramping in Rakdos.
I know, it's so bad.
Like, what are you going to do? Dark Ray into Cabal Ritual into Sword Markov.
It's not even worth it at that point.
Wait a second, you got a really good Red-Black Storm deck, especially if you're running 56-card deck.
We're getting him going. We've got to stop. But anyway, Hidetsuko Second Right. It's a phenomenal Magic card. Everett, do you have any words about it like that you haven't said last week? He's making
I
a
hate
face.
that card
Yeah.
so much.
He does not like this card. It's funny.
Listen, the first couple times it was entertaining. Then the next couple times, it's like a little kid that learned how to curse. All I wanted to do was just pick it up and toss it
At a wall.
That is the most perfect analogy that I think I have ever heard. And that is amazing. It's like a little kid that
I just
learned
dropped
to
the deck. Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna keep cursing though because it's funny. Deck's fun. Also, just like without Hitotsuko's second right, I just like spell slinging, and I had this deck far before Hitotsuko's second right, and after it stops being funny, I'll stop playing it. There's no end in sight there though. Deck's just a lot of fun.
Why don't we pull out a dunce cap that says, "Oh, I got hit by Hitotsuko's second cap today," or
someone send
today.
send me one of those, please.
Someone just make it like just post it online. Like this is the.
I got hit by
Hitotsuko's second right. I was at 10, and I deserve to be punished for it.
It's no. You put like the face makeup eye on like your forehead.
Yeah.
Was that 10 across your face?
No, it'd be like one of those cheap tourist T-shirts that you get when you go to the Grand Canyon or
I
something.
was at the Grand Canyon. I was at 10.
I didn't survive Hitotsuko's second right. But yeah, that's the deck. It's fun. It's one of the first Oathbreaker decks I ever built, and I think it might be the first, and I've just had fun with it ever since. Like, this is the deck that's kept me an Oathbreaker. So yeah, that's me.
All right, Dan, what's next?
Honestly, I don't really have a second choice, which is funny. Like I love Planeswalkers, and so I'm just gonna say Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord.
Yo, he's so good.
Yeah. Were you expecting me to say Bolas twice?
You didn't say Bolas the first time. You said
You're right. Bolas is gonna be my favorite.
Okay.
The third one, the last, the favorite.
We're talking about 2.
Oh. Well, then I'll talk about Bolas instead.
We're switching over.
Yeah, you guys didn't hear about this Orzhov nonsense. Don't worry about it. Instead,
We'll talk about that card.
We're gonna have a special Orzhov episode.
No, we're not.
Oh, if we said, please.
Fine, we'll do it. How about this? If we do that, we have to do an episode for every.
We'll do
guild
one.
pick.
We'll do
We'll
an
do it for the
episode for every
guild.
two.
Every two color pair.
That's fair.
What's it called? Grixis? Yeah, this Grixis Planeswalker. It happens to be a certain someone's not favorite card. Nicol Bolas.
Nicol Bolas.
See the Ravager? No.
Nicol Bolas, Dragon God.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dragon God. 1 red, 3 black, 1 blue. So this card,
It's a crocker
my
shit.
favorite Super Friends card. You want to know why? Because my opponent has 10 Planeswalkers, and I play
friends with
Bolas,
everyone.
and now I have 11 Planeswalkers.
All for the price of 1.
Yeah, all for the price of 1,
We have 10.
And then I play everyone's favorite card, the Elder Spell.
Yeah.
Cruel Ultimatum, things like that, for flavor, for fun.
Oh, I just saw something really stupid. You
I
could choose
bet
to
you
not
did.
win with the Elder Spell, but if
Yeah.
you have 6 minutes to ferry out with Nicol Bolas Dragon God, you could just ult one of the 2 with all the loyalty counters, so we can activate all your Planeswalker abilities, instant speed, and kill someone that way.
Ooh, God.
Like just every turn, just torment them with all the instant speed triggers. Like, how'd I fate seal you again and again and again and again?
Dead.
Dead.
Oh, yes, instant speed. Gotta love it. But you can play your Super Friends version where you play a bunch of Planeswalkers, or you can even jury rig a Namask deck, which I did for a bit. I played a bunch of the God Pharaoh cards. You can play Bolas' Citadel, so instead of actually having a correct mana base, as long as you have the life.
Yeah.
Lets me play Aetherflux Reservoir, and then eventually you have all the life.
Oh my god, actually, yeah, that works. Because it just says every time you cast it, and it just says cast it for life instead.
It's a CEDH playable combo right there.
Oh my god. Yeah, it works that way too. But then you get to just have fun by, you can ult any different kind of Planeswalkers, or just activate the Planeswalker ability twice. Like, I played Baby Chandra, which one of her 0 abilities was add a loyalty counter to every red Planeswalker you had. And then I just kept doing that twice until I was able to ult, I ulted the Scions first, then I ulted the 6 mana Chandra. No, not ult. What is her ult is just blowing up creatures. Not really ult, but
You just keep plus 2ing her, then
yeah, I
plus
just
2
kept plus 2ing. Yeah,
Like, it's just such a good combo right there. It's just,
it's just any Planeswalker you have, you can now just activate twice, or everyone's favorite Bolas' ult. Just if you don't control a legendary creature or Planeswalker, you kind of lose. You got it. So sad.
Dave's just so salty right now. Like, just look.
Just leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Isn't it so much fun watching your opponent just not win because they didn't have a legendary creature?
I've never lost to that.
I know. I've killed a lot of people. I just haven't killed you.
Yeah.
It's just...
You should put that deck back together.
You're right. I'm going to soon.
Yeah.
Right after I'm done building pirates.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't like stealing your opponent's shit?
I cannot wait till we till we fully talk about Commander Legends because
there are so many pirates in there. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I can't wait.
Like, did you see the 3-mana pirate that just whenever your opponent draws a card?
Yeah, the
you make a
Oathbreaker,
treasure.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so good. All right, anyway, I digress. Nico Bolas for president.
Oh, god dang it.
David?
You know what, at this point? Sure.
Oh!
No!
You know what's better than a leathery old man? A leathery old dragon.
He spark harvested his first mate.
Yeah, he did just kill Domri. Or not, yeah, it was Domri.
Was Domri ever his first mate, or was he just like the fall guy?
Apparently he was the fall guy, as we've since learned.
Fucking all the stores.
Wait a minute.
God.
Little bastard.
So, for a funner game of Oathbreaker, I highly recommend my absolute favorite, my first Oathbreaker deck, Estrid the Masked. It is a 1, a green, a white, and a blue. There's a +2 ability. Untap each enchanted permanent you control. A -1, which is create a white aura enchantment token named Mask, then you attach that to any permanent that you control. And then the -7 is put the top 7 cards of your library into your graveyard, then return all non-aura enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then do the same for aura cards. And just so much fun. An enchantment deck is just chef's kiss.
It's really good.
It's fun, it's fair, it's balanced, unless you're someone who plays a lot of equipment in his deck, and then I just pull out either a Ghostly Prison, or in this case, Sphere of Safety, and then you gotta pay my taxes.
This is Oathbreaker, I don't know who you're talking to.
And
Got him.
you know what? You got a fair point
Yeah.
there.
Also,
Commander,
you get to play a
that's
really
something,
bad counterspell that just gets people every now and then because you hide it underneath your legs and you just pull it out. You're like, oh, I forgot that I had this here.
Oh, I never forget.
No, he never forgets. You forget.
Everyone's just calling out
You
people for
forget.
cheating now.
You forget, my darling.
free deck.
Because ever.
Oh, look at that! I almost top deck it. Sunken Field. You
Yeah,
get to
You don't
enchant
call
your
that
lands.
cheating?
Well, okay, I say top, but it's actually from the bottom. So
Okay.
eat shit.
Oh!
You forgot the rest of the phrase. Eat shit, telemarketer.
Eat shit, telemarketer! You have to add a lot of redactions.
So shit
to
is
this.
fine, that's fine.
So Sunken Field.
Just not the big ones.
Sunken Field, the card that
the
Everett's
big one.
talking about, is Enchant Land, which then you can
It's that
tap
thing
and counter
from,
target spell unless controller pays 1. It
it's the
sounds
thing from Hot
awful,
Fuzz, like,
but it's
it's
a
the
free
worst.
counter spell you get every
At the very
turn,
bottom,
and then
like,
you
the
gotta wait
C
for your
word is just
opponents to
not
forget they
sensitive.
have no mana left in their pool to counter it. Pay my taxes.
Yeah.
No. I don't want to pay your tax.
Also, you forget that you can also just cheat out Omniscience,
Oh,
man.
my omniscience.
which that's a fun, fair, balanced magic card.
It is 9 mana. That's slightly fair.
Yeah, but
the
when you
problem
can
is you
cheat it
can
out.
cheat it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
That is the part that doesn't make it.
Yeah.
See, the card itself isn't the problem. It's people cheating it out. It's people comboing it with other unfair cards that make it a problem.
Constantly, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of combo, just because we got to finish things up, the last Oathbreaker I have, Sarkhan Unbroken, which is the teamer one Will was talking about earlier.
Oh.
Pick 3 of these.
Paired with Dragonstorm,
There you go.
which is literally the most fun I've had in this entire format.
Yeah, it's really
Really?
I love Storm.
Okay.
I love
Storm is
Dragonstorm of
yeah.
all things because like Dragonstorm
Storm's
is a
fun
card
mechanic.
No, it is.
that says shuffle, search the library for a dragon card, put it into play. Just that alone is great. I don't care if it's 8, 9 mana. It's a 9 mana card that says, oh yeah, find a dragon. And then it says Storm. You can copy the spell for each other spell played this turn. And then you have stuff like Desperate Ritual, which ramps you up mana and red. You have Sarkhan Unbroken, it says draw a card, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So right there, you're starting, like just with Sarkhan, you get +1 mana the turn you can start to go off. His -2 makes a 4/4 red dragon creature token, which doesn't seem relevant until you put it with Scourge of Volcast, which is whenever Scourge of Volcast no dragon enters the battlefield under your control, it deals X damage to target creature or player, or X the number of dragons you control. It also has fire breathing, but that doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that you play that with Dragonstorm, you get this, Ufara Hellkite, and Lathlas. You make like 30 dragons in one turn, and you just swing at one person and then kill the other person with the damage that you get from Scourge.
Yeah.
It is so good. And if all else fails, you just play Ral Storm Conduit just so you get the extra copy triggers and just ping everyone else that isn't dead by the time you're done comboing off.
Yo.
Card's good.
Fair balanced magic.
The
Yeah,
deck's good, really.
everyone's starting to pull out their commander decks, though, so we're going to be signing off right here. I am at Ev the Mage on Twitter. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Just because, like, if you are enjoying this podcast, let us know. We all will be happy to answer questions. And
If we don't get likes, we get for real canceled.
I'm not going to actually for real cancel this. What are you talking
He's the owner. Scream at him. He's the Vince McMahon of this podcast.
I want to speak to the manager.
The second the storylines get bad, contact Everett on Twitter.
Listen, either contact me on Twitter, or I will also have an email listed so you can send us fan mail or
Oh, really?
subscription mail. Yeah.
We're only going to get copies of Hidetsuko's second rate. Please don't send them. Use them. Use them well.
I swear to God, if I get any more offers for credit cards, I'm going to come after each and every one of these viewers.
All right.
What can I say? Eat shit, telemarketer.
I'm not a telemarketer!
Not anymore.
And I've been Will.
Yeah, this is Will.
I'm
That's
Wilbo.
past tense.
Yeah.
Who are you now?
Oh, God. Still Will, but I'm also Wilbo132 on Twitter.
Dan
I am Dan. That is at the Big Black Otaku on Twitter.
and
And the
David.
Guardian 1412 in fanfiction.
I'll never get...
I should make a fanfiction account anyway.
And I am David at Flaminit on Twitter. Because I am what? Flaming.
All right, and that's been Strictly Worst Productions. We'll see you guys next time.
Wait, don't